So inshallah we'll go ahead and start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to do ayat number 12 and 13 of Surah Al-Baqarah today. These two ayats are related to the previous ayat. And to maintain the continuity, in the previous ayat, the ayats are about the munafiqeen, the hypocrites. And in the previous ayat, when we learned, there was a portion of the ayat which said that وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. When it is said to the hypocrites, do not spread corruption. So they reply, قَالُوا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْلِحُونَ. We are the ones who are reforming the society instead of. So this was their answer. So because obviously they are lying, their purpose was hypocrisy, and when they were questioned about not spreading the corruption, they lied again and they said, no, we are not spreading the corruption, we are not spreading the facade, instead we are reforming this system, the society, the people, all those things. So this was their answer. In this ayat, number 12, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering hypocrites. Whatever they lied before, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a comment on their statement. So we'll look into that, and then we'll look at one more ayat after that. So the ayat starts, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ala innahum humul mufsiduna walakin la yash'urun. Ala innahum. The word ala is used to warn something. So one of the meaning is beware or listen carefully. Allah means pay attention. Okay? Innahum, indeed these people. Innahum means indeed those people who are the hypocrites. Humul mufsiduna, they are the ones who are spreading the corruption. So this is the reply from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah knows that they actually are spreading the corruption. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَكِنْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. But they do not understand. They think that they are very sincere in doing what they are doing, but in fact they are spreading the corruption and they don't have sha'ur, they don't have understanding of what they are doing. So this is the response from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quoting one more thing, that there was a conversation according to the ayat number 13. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ. These are the same words that came last time. When it is said to them, when someone says to the hypocrites or munafiqeen, Aminu, believe. Aminu is a command, is a request, is a suggestion to these hypocrites. Believe. Kama amanan nasu, the same way as other people have believed. Because this is the time when Prophet ﷺ is conveying the message of the Quran, and a lot of people are believing in that message. So someone is saying to the munafiqeen, to the hypocrites, that you should believe the same way other people, sincere people, are believing. Kama amanan nasu, other people are believing. So these hypocrites again reply something. What do they say this time? They said, Qalu, they replied, they said, Anu'minu, should we believe or shall we believe? They're putting a question. Are we going to believe or should we believe? Kama, same, amana sufaha, same as the foolish people have believed. So they are calling the people who have sincerely believed as fools. The people who have sincerely believed in the message of the Quran and the Prophet ﷺ, hypocrites are calling them fools. Sufaha means fool people, foolish people. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again answers them. So here, this statement after this is again from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? And Allah's answer is that, Allah innahum, beware of the fact. Know that, realize that, humus sufaha, these are the foolish people. The hypocrites are the fools. They are calling other people fool, But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that in fact, the reality is that these are the foolish people. Okay? They themselves are fools. Okay? وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, but they don't know about it. Okay? They have become so blind that they do not know that they are the ones who are fools. Instead of, they are calling the true believers as the fools. So this is the end of this ayat, and many more ayats continue after that. So inshallah we'll look at it. But let's go into this details of these ayats. So the first one is Allah. Okay. So if you notice here, the word la comes many times. La means not. Okay. La means not. When we put this alif with the hamza in front of a statement, it creates the question mark. Okay. So this is a question mark. So in English you can say, is it not? When you're putting a question in front of not, la means not, but you're putting a question, you can say, is it not? Is it not? So it's a kind of a surprising statement. Okay? Is it not? And this whole word is also translated as beware. Okay. Khabardar. Okay? Beware. Okay? Now, so the meaning of this is beware. Or is it not? You can translate both ways. Like a question is being asked in a surprising way. Okay? Also, the next word is made of these parts, inna and whom. Okay? The word inna means indeed or surely. Surely or indeed. And whom means they. Now they is pointing to the hypocrites. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the munafiqeen or hypocrites, and they is pointing, because in the previous ayats we have been talking about the hypocrites. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing to hypocrites by saying they, those people who made such a statement. Okay? So Allah innahum, is it not that they? Okay? Also, when there is an alif and a hamza, or actually there is hamza here, if before hamza there is an alif, then which is this alif of the la, then this should be pronounced long. That's the rule of tajweed. So the sound of this will be Allah instead of this Allah. If this hamza was not there, then you would just say la, simple la. But because of the hamza, you have to stretch this la. Okay? But that's a tajweed. So the word is Allah innahum. Beware, or is it not that they, indeed they. So innahum means indeed they. Okay? Now if you notice that, again there is a word whom. Okay? That means whom is coming twice. Okay? So we will see how we translate this second time. Okay? But let's look at the next word. Okay? Next word starts with these three letters, fa, sin, and dal. Okay? And this means to corrupt something. Fasad, fasada means to corrupt. And we saw that if we put in mim in the beginning of these three letters and pronounce as mufsidun. If we just sound like dhamma on mim and sukoon and kasra and dal has two dhamma, which is tanween, mufsidun. Okay? Mufsidun means a person who spreads corruption or who spreads fasad. Okay? Who tries to corrupt the society, the system. So Mufsidun is the one who spreads corruption. One person or he who spreads corruption. Mufsidun is a one person who spreads corruption. Its plural is mufsiduna. If you put a waw and noon at the end, mufsiduna, this is the plural. Means many people or those who spread corruption. So that is the meaning of mufsiduna. Okay? Also, when we put al before that, al means the. So the word becomes al-mufsiduna. Means now we are pointing to some people, the special people, the proper noun. Okay? So now these are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people who made the statement that they were Muslihun and those are the hypocrites. So al-mufsiduna are those groups or those people who are being hypocrites or who are creating the corruption. So that is the word al-mufsiduna. Okay? Those who spread corruption. Okay? So if I put down that word after that, al-mufsiduna, okay? The word is alif with a hamza, al-mufsiduna. Okay? So now the word is ala innahum. Is it not? Or beware. Indeed they are. Those people. Then we will translate this second hum as themselves. They themselves. Okay? Are the ones who are spreading corruption. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, listen carefully, beware. They indeed are themselves the ones who are spreading the corruption. They are saying that we are Muslihun, we are the ones who are reforming, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying that no, is it not that they actually are the ones who themselves are spreading the corruption, or they are mufsidun, they are doing the fasad in the land. Okay? So that is the meaning. Now also, when you combine these two words in the recitation, this is hum and this is al-mufsiduna. So you do not pronounce this alif in the middle, and you pronounce hu mul mufsiduna. You combine mim. Before that, alif was combining with the lam. When you are reading with the hum, then you combine mim with the lam, and you pronounce humul. Don't pronounce this alif. And when you do not pronounce the alif, then this sign goes away, and we put a little swad there called hamzatul wasal. Means do not pronounce alif. So the pronunciation will be humul mufsiduna. Humul mufsiduna. Okay? And that's what is the word in the Quran. Okay? It is those who themselves are the ones who are spreading the corruption. So this will be themselves, those who spread corruption. So that is the meaning so far. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the statement from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly saying that, is it not? Or beware, or listen carefully. They are indeed the ones who themselves are those who spread the corruption, who make the things go wrong. Okay? They are the ones who are creating the problem among the Muslims. They are hypocrites, they are munafiqeen. So that is the statement from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning three more words here about their situation by saying, وَلَكِنْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. So let's look at those words. So the first word is walakin. Walakin. Walakin means but. The whole word in Arabic means but. There is a word in Urdu, lekin, probably in Farsi is lekin also. Means but. Okay? But in Arabic the word is walakin. Walakin means but. Instead of. Okay, walakin. And then the next word is la. La means not. Okay. But not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying about the condition of these hypocrites. Okay. Also, when you read these two words together, then you do not pronounce the full sound of noon, but make it like wala killa. Okay, so that's the reason there is a shadda here on lam. Okay, only for the reason that you do not pronounce the noon completely, but you pronounce wala killa. Okay, then the word is yash'urun. Yash'urun starts with these three letters: sheen, ayn, and ra. Okay. The meaning of this is to understand or to have understanding. To have understanding. Sha'ur is the word which is commonly used in many languages. Sha'ur means consciousness, understanding. Okay. This is that word is from the same three letters: sheen, ayn, and ra. Okay. Also, we know that if we have these three letters, fa, ayn, and lam, which means to do, and if we put a ya in the beginning and a buna at the end, this makes, and leave the three letters in the middle, fa, ayn, and lam. This brings the grammar of third person plural, they, and present tense. So present tense will be they do. Fa'ala, to do, yaf'aluna, they do. So in the grammar, by putting a ya in the beginning and wuna, waw and noon at the end, and keeping the three letters in the middle, brings the information about present tense and plural of third person, they. So if we apply that rule here, this will become yash'uruna. You put a ya in the beginning here and wuna at the end, same way as we did there, and keep the three letters in the middle. This will be the word that is in the Quran, yash'uruna. Yash'uruna means they understand. Sha'ara means to have understanding, and Yash'uruna means they have understanding, or they understand. Okay? But because the word la is there, meaning will be they do not understand. They have no understanding that they are calling themselves, the hypocrites and munafiqeen are calling themselves muslihun, those who are reforming the society. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that no, they are not reforming the society. They are mufsiduna, they are the ones who creating the corruption in the society, just the opposite what they are saying. So they don't have understanding. If Allah is saying that this is right and this is wrong, and they are saying just the opposite of that, and not only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it is an observation that everything they are doing is wrong, and they still think that they are the right people, then it must be that they don't have any brain. They don't have any aql. They don't have any sha'ur. They don't have any understanding. So this is the statement from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah is saying, not the people are saying that you're right or you're wrong, but here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is declaring about these people, about the munafiqeen, that they have no understanding, they have no aql, they don't have any sha'ur, they don't have any consciousness, they cannot differentiate between right and wrong because of what they are doing. So the meaning will be, but they do not understand. Okay. So this is the ayat, is straight the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. The whole ayat are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. Declaring the state of the munafiqeen.